morning, guys. So I am back today. Yesterday I filmed my intro and inventory where I sort of just laid everything out and went through everything and showed you guys all of my stuff that I probably shouldn't have. And today I wanted to pick out 10 things I think will be like quick wins, just because I realized yesterday I didn't really set any specific goals about like a no-buy or project pan, like exactly what I'm painting. So I wanted to do that today and I initially just picked the 10 things that I feel like I can honestly finish by the end of this month. I'm gonna try my absolute hardest to finish these by the end of the month and just get 10 things sort of just out of the way. All of these things are relatively close to being done. A few of them I could mark. Some of them is very difficult to mark, but like I said, I don't think they're gonna be here very long, so hopefully that's not a big deal. I also wanted to give a big thank you to Jillian on my first video who talked about the sound. I'm so sorry if there was parts where you couldn't hear me when I was moving around. I'm new to this and so I'm going to be much more conscious going forward about the sound and me moving around and not trying not to talk unless I'm actually facing the camera. And I also wanted to just quickly show my mug. I got this from a local coffee shop here where I live in Maryland. And I grew up on a farm and we raised Texas Longhorns. So I saw this and I was like, you are coming home with me. And I just have some cinnamon tea in there with a little bit of half and half. I'm diabetic and I've been reading a lot that cinnamon can help blood sugar spikes. So I'm just kind of trying it out. I don't know if it's helped that. I haven't noticed much of a difference on my glucose monitor, but I do like the taste. It's delicious. For being sugar-free, this is delicious, especially coming into fall. Like, I know I'm gonna want to buy some more of these. So the first two things I actually pulled out were shampoos. These shampoos I could not mark because I have them upside down in my shower to make them easy because they're so empty. It's just easier to keep them that way at this point. But I mean, if you could feel them, they are so light. I mean, I'd want to say that you know, it's probably around there. So I mean, I think this will not take me long to get rid of. This is my absolute favorite shampoo. I know it is so standard and cheap, but I have a very oily scalp, but very, very dry ends, or I would say probably like to below my ears is dry. But like I said, my scalp is very oily. And if I put anything too heavy or moisturizing or creamy on my scalp, like by that evening or the next day, I'm going to have to rewash my hair. And it's not just oily like it looks oily. Yes, it looks oily and it looks gross, but it feels oily. Like it irritates my scalp. I can just feel it. You know what I mean? Like it just feels dirty, even if I wash my hair that morning or the day before. Whereas when I use this, I can definitely at least get 2 days without having to wash my hair. I pretty much wash my hair every other day regardless of what I use. But when I use this, it's like when I'm washing it, I could probably go another day if I really needed to, but you know, I wash my hair every other day anyway just because I have such an oily scalp. This one, I feel like this is a really great shampoo. It's the Dove Bond Strength. I picked this up because Abby Young on here, she does a lot of hair stuff. She just does a lot of everything, but I was really watching her for her hair stuff because I've had so many hair woes recently. And she recommended this and she said this will make your hair like the silkiest. She's totally right about that. But for me, it's a little bit too silky for my roots. So usually what I do is I use my Pantene Volume, which is I don't think it's marketed as a clarifying shampoo, but it is definitely like a very cleansing shampoo. So I'll use that first and then use this and not really focus it on my scalp as much. And then it's fine. But I won't repurchase it only because of that. But if you have, like if your scalp's not oily and you struggle from drier hair, or like if you have wavy hair like mine, but like the ends are really dry and you don't want to use a shampoo that's too stripping, I do suggest this because I think other than that, it is great. So the third thing I want to put in as my conditioner, like I said in my last video, I don't have a super problem buying conditioners. I have very dry hair, so I use quite a bit from here down, and I also use a leave-in. So I kind of go through conditioners a lot faster than shampoos as well. This one I was able to mark. It's right here, you can see. So when I take the cap off and look down into the bottle, I can sort of clearly see the shadow of where, or I'm sorry, I can see the light where I can see through, and then there's like an immediate shadow where I can't see anymore. And so that's where that is. And it feels like that is accurate as well. And I think I can use this up pretty quickly. There's nothing wrong with this. I mean, I don't have anything bad to say about it. It's just something about it. It doesn't wow me in any way. I mean, like I said, I think it makes my hair look nice, but it's not as sleek as smooth as I'd like it to be. But you know, for the price of this, I think it's great. And it has I think it's like a coconutty scent. It's hard to say. It's like coconut plus clean, if that makes sense. Like, but I mean, I like the smell. My husband loves the smell of this. Every time I use this, he's always like, "Oh, I love that smell." But for me, I don't really want my hair to have a very strong smell. It's great to smell it while I'm in the shower, but then I don't really want it to linger. And this is something where, I mean, it's lingering. Like that evening, you're gonna smell this. So if you like that, you might like this. So I talked about this yesterday. It's the Naturium Niacinamide Cleansing Jelly. This is too much for my face. It's very irritating. I'm not sure what it is exactly. I mean, when I read the ingredients, nothing stands out to me as an irritant. I mean, I'm not an expert by any chance, but the only thing I'm thinking of is maybe it is the niacinamide, because I mean, I have heard people online say that they're sensitive to niacinamide, so maybe that is what it is. But the ingredients are quite simple, and I mean, glycerin, well, I guess niacinamide is in front of glycerin, so there's more than that, but it's just one of those things that it's just too irritating for me. I have sensitive skin in general, so I've had this problem before, but I thought when I was getting this was going to be very gentle for me, so it might be great for you, but if you're very prone to irritation or redness, then I would stray away from this one. But I was able to mark it because it's clear. So you can see that I'm about half, probably more than half, since the top is thinner than the bottom, but I'm going to use this up as a shower gel. And I'm not going to put it on any sort of sensitive area, but I figured like my shoulders, my arms, my chest, my back, like my legs, just to get rid of it, because I just, honestly, I feel like even this size was a pretty good amount, maybe $10. Like I said, there's nothing really wrong with it. It's too irritating for my face. So if you do enjoy this, or if you use it in any other way, please let me know, because I'd be curious to see if anyone else finds it gentle and maybe it's just me. So this is something I've actually used for a long time. This is my third bottle of this. I've completely used up two, and then I'm using this third one. And you can see here, I was able to mark it, and I mean, I don't have much left anyway. This is the Sun by Me. It's the AHA, BHA, PHA. And I don't know if you can see in the camera, but it's two different layers, and you have to shake it, and then you can use it. And I loved this for a very long time before I was on any type of retinoid. So now that I'm on adapalene, it's prescription, but it's still 0.1%, so it's essentially the same thing you get over the counter. I like it more because it's a cream instead of that sort of gel. I have drier, irritated skin, so the cream's just better for me. But it's essentially the same thing as the over-the-counter Differin. Once I started using that, this started irritating me. It never did before. I just think my skin's more sensitive because I'm using the Differin. So if you don't have sensitive skin, or you're not using Differin and you have clogged pores, I will highly recommend this. I think it's great, but it is oilier because it has that like half oil layer. So if you have oily skin, I don't know if you'd like it. I like it. I have dry skin, but I know they have a light version of this. I've never tried it, so I'm not sure how much lighter it is, or if it's like if they get rid of that oily layer. I'm not quite sure, but you might want to try that one. But this is something that I want to use because I loved it for so long. I've got a lot of use out of it. And I think I'm going to try to use it on my chest area because it's just too much for my face with the Differin. If I wasn't on the Differin, it probably would be fine. Like I said, it was fine for probably a year. I use this, I mean, religiously, like every day. I loved it. It smells really nice. It's very citrusy. So in the morning it would like wake me up. Oh yeah, I love that smell. It's just really citrusy. It almost smells like pure grapefruit. But yeah, I enjoyed this for a long time. Not for me anymore, unfortunately, but I want to use it up because there's something wrong with it. Now I'm putting 3 sunscreens in here because I have 3 that are very close to being done, and I use sunscreen every day at least once. Today I'm going out to Hershey Park here in Pennsylvania, so I know I'm going to be reapplying, and my daughter and husband will also be using it and reapplying it, so that's going to kind of help me. It's here, and I want to say I know this is going to be a very unpopular opinion, but I do not prefer Asian sunscreens. I highly prefer European sunscreens. Um, there's nothing wrong with them. I mean, they work great, but they are very emollient and moisturizing, at least the ones I've tried. I've tried four of the very, very popular ones. And I've used up multiple ones. I mean, this is probably my third or fourth bottle of this because in the in the winter, this is very nice because it is so emollient, and especially like I said, being on adapalene and having irritated skin, this was really nice. But sometimes this burns my skin when I put it on. So at the same time, I'm not quite sure what ingredient is doing that because the ingredients seem to be quite gentle. And a lot of people like this one, but for me, it's a little bit too emollient. I can feel it kind of on my skin. It basically like just feels like a super heavy moisturizer. But when I use some of my other ones, like my favorite one is from Eucerin, the European Eucerin one. Like I don't feel that on my skin. My skin feels like soft and silky and like kind of almost feels like I put primer on, like that sort of silicone-y feel, but like not in a bad way. But this, it's like I'm feeling it, and it just getting oilier as the day goes. And I don't even have oily skin, but I feel like when I use the few Asian ones that I've tried, like it just brings them oils out, like they are coming out of the woodworks. But like, as in terms of effectiveness and all, I think it's fine. It's just that texture part is just not for me. So I do want to use this one up. This is my last one of this type, and then I only have two other Asian beauty sunscreens, and then from then on I probably will not purchase them anymore unless someone does a review and it's really good in terms of drying down, having that like dry touch finish. I just personally feel like the ones I've seen that are popular here in the US don't really have that dry down. It's just more of that like emollient, really good for wintertime kind of ones. So maybe I just haven't tried enough, but and yeah, until then, I'm just probably going to stick with the European ones, but there's nothing wrong with this. I'm going to use it up. So speaking of a European sunscreen, I have the La Roche-Posay. This is the pediatric ones. I got this when I was traveling in England. I like this sunscreen in terms of the filters and what it does, its effectiveness. It's very effective, but it is greasy on my skin. It's fluid, very fluid. It's like a yellow fluid, and I do feel like when I use a lot, you can see that yellowiness. Like when I reapply, like I feel like it gets kind of yellowier. That could just be because I'm super pale. I'm not sure, but I do notice it. And one time my sister was like, "Are you using fake tan?" And I was like, "No, like I don't, I mean, look at me. Do I look like I have fake tan on?" And I realized it was this. And I was like, wow, I think that like I didn't notice it in the mirror, but once my sister said it and I looked, I was like, yeah, I see what you mean. And I think it was because of that. But I have three of these. So I mean, I really want to use them up. And this one I've had the longest. And I was able to mark here, if I hold it up to the sun, with the sun directly behind it, I can see like the shadow. So I'm pretty sure this is right. It's not 100%, but it seems like it's right around here. And that makes sense for the how light it is. So this is going to be one I would like to use up quickly. Like I said, I think I can use everything by the end of this month, but this is definitely one I want to focus on because I have three of them. And I still use this for my face, but I think I'm going to start using them also on my arms. I have another sunscreen I love for my arms. It's called Biotherm. It's a really big orange one. I love that because number one, it does not smell like sunscreen. It has like a light, kind of almost like a cologne type of smell. And then it dries down really nicely. So I love that one, and that'd be the one that I'll use going forward. But I might just to use some of my sunscreens up, just start using them on my arms because I already use them on my face and my chest. I don't wear very low cut shirts, as you can see, so I'm not really using like sunscreen in this whole area. But I definitely use it like on my forearms because I'm usually wearing short sleeves, or even if I'm wearing long sleeves, I pull my sleeves up a lot like when I'm working. So I feel like I might try to use it up that way. But other than that, I do like it. It's just too oily for me, whereas throughout the day it gets oilier, kind of like I said about the Asian beauty ones. But other than that, I do like it. So this is the only American sunscreen that I've ever enjoyed using on my face, at least. It's the La Roche-Posay Anthelios UV Clear. It has azelaic acid. It's very difficult to read because it's sort of everything's coming off. I could not mark this when I held up to the sun. I mean, I cannot see anything, but it is very light. I mean, it is light. And this is one that I use a lot because I do have acne and I do feel like azelaic acid helps me. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to try this. But it's expensive. This one was like $50. And I know I got it for cheaper because Ulta was having like a buy one, get one half, I think. And I got two of them. That's why I have another one that I still need that hasn't been touched at all. I think I also had a coupon code, so I'm pretty positive I got them for like $30 each. But to be honest, even at that price, like I said, my favorite Eucerin one, which is 50 mils, so it's the same exact amount, 50 mils. My favorite Eucerin one is like $13. And I have to pay more for shipping. But when I get like 4 of them, I'm still only, it's less than $20 a piece, even with shipping and everything. So to pay even like on deep sale, 30 to 35, it's just too much. Even if I really loved it, it's just not worth it to me when I like the Eucerin one so much. So I just want to use them up because I like them. My daughter loves this one because it has a sunscreeny smell. It does smell nice. It reminds me of being on the beach. It's not like that coconutty sunscreen stuff smell. It's like the clean sunscreen, like just pure sunscreen smell. I don't know if that is maybe the Ava Benzone, because this does have old filters, as a lot of people say, or American filters. But it's nice. I mean, it is moisturizing, but it's not greasy. It's not thick. It's very pleasant to use. So, I mean, I have nothing bad to say about it. It's just for the price. It's too much. If you don't mind spending the price and you really struggle with acne in terms of finding a sunscreen, like if every sunscreen breaks you out, because I had that problem before I started. When I was using American ones and before I started discovering Asian and European ones, I had that problem with almost every sunscreen. So if you really have that problem and you really want to stick to an American sunscreen, well, I know La Roche-Posay itself is not American, but I mean, just like something you can get here in America, I would suggest this one. I really would. Even though it's expensive, if you're okay with paying that and you struggle with sunscreens breaking you out, this does not do that. Do you need a little tea break? Cinnamon tea, it's so good. I'm so glad the person at work told me to try that. And then from Lush, I just have these two. So I showed these yesterday, and they are heavily expired. I mean, one expired in December of 23, and one expired of June of 23. So these bad boys are expired. As expired as expired can be. Both of them do not smell the way that they smelled when I got them. It's not awful, but it's not like Dream Cream. This is not what Dream Cream smells like. It does have that kind of lavendery, oaty smell, so like I'm getting it, but it's definitely different. Same thing with the Peace. I can't remember if this doesn't even have a smell, and I can't remember if Peace did have a smell. It's been so long since I've used this. I feel like it did though. I feel like it kind of had like a creamy scent, but I'm not smelling it anymore. But I am deciding to use these up on my feet because I don't think anything's going to irritate my feet. I mean, if it does, I'm not going to use it. I'll just clean the container out and put it in my Lush storage bin where I keep all of my black pots to take back. But other than that, I'm just going to use them up on my feet. And this, I'm forcing myself to use these on my feet because these are not cheap. And it's not sustainable to be buying something and throw it away. I mean, I'm not a super crunchy person by any means, but if I am spending this amount of money on something, and this is like, to me, this is a treat. I mean, we're not a high income family. So to me, spending extra money on things like this is a treat. And for me to not use them up it's essentially just being ungrateful. And I don't want to be ungrateful for the things that I have. That's something I'm working on in a lot of areas of my life. It's just being more grateful for what I have and stop wanting what other people have, or stop thinking that my life's not good enough because I don't have this or this. I have a wonderful family. I have a job I love. I mean, it's just, I have to stop thinking like that. And one of the very small things I'm going to do to help myself is to use these. Well, guys, that is everything for today. So like I said, I'm pretty positive I can get these bad boys out of the collection in about 2 weeks, which is the end of the month. Today is the 17th of August. So I am looking to use these up by September 1st. I'm going to try my absolute hardest. I really do think I can do it. I'm at 130. If you saw the video yesterday, I'm at 130 items. That will get me down to 120 items right away. A lot of the other things are going to take some time. Some of the things are either completely new or relatively new. And some of the things I just like so much. I know it's going to it's going to be effort to use them. But that's why I'm doing this, because I don't think there's anything wrong with forcing yourself to do something you don't want to do and making something into a learning experience. I mean, if I just throw these things away, what did I learn? That, I don't have to deal with an issue. I mean, it's just, I have to use them. And so yeah, this is the first gem that I want to start. And if you guys have any tips, tricks, advice, encouragement, please help me. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much, and you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.